We'd like to talk about the journeys of the self that we look at in Imago. These four journeys consist of the cosmic journey, the evolutionary journey, the psychological journey, and the social journey. These journeys help us to understand where we are today in our relationships and how we got here. The cosmic journey is our meta theory. It's the big picture that situates us in the universe, gives us a sense of the universe that we live in and of what is in this universe. I'm going to address this piece in greater depth in this video. The evolutionary journey helps us to understand how our brain functions in relationships and what's important to know about the brain. The importance of safety, for example. The psychological journey helps us to understand how our childhood experiences shape the way we are, the way we show up in our adult relationships today, our needs, our ways of protecting ourselves. And the social journey illustrates how the messages that we got from our culture in childhood determine our capacity to function fully in the areas of being, thinking, feeling, sensing in our adult relationships with others. So, the cosmic journey. You may wonder why, in looking at our relationships, it's important to think about cosmology. But if you have a sense of the nature of the cosmos in which we live, it can help us to understand what's going on in our relationships. I actually think that this is the most important piece of Imago theory in so many ways, because it's a very foundation of how we understand relationships. The perspective is supported by the latest thinking in quantum science. Essentially, the premise is that we live in a connected universe, that everything in the universe is connected. Everything in the cosmos is connected to everything else, that everything is in relationship, that relationship just is the state of being in the universe. What is observed is impacted by the observer. And what the observer observes impacts him or her. Everything is connected. And it sort of explains what we know, that the quarks in the farthest corner of the universe impact on us here on Earth, that a butterfly flapping its wings in South America impacts on the weather system in Indonesia, for example. I mean, these are mind-blowing ideas until you think about everything in the universe, in the cosmos, being of the same stuff as everything else. Everything is energy in some form or another, as wave, as particle, as wavesicle. And energy impacts energy, which impacts energy, which impacts energy, and so on. And so that, I think, helps to make it more comprehensible. But why would we think about this, as I said, in our relationships? What it means is that connection just is. It is. It can't not be. It's the nature of the cosmos. So we are in relationship. We cannot ever lose this. However, as human beings, what we can and do lose at times is our experience of connecting. We can feel isolated. We can feel cut off, like we're floating off into space without a tether. And that can be both painful and terrifying. And so we do things to try to restore our experience of connecting. Sometimes the things we do are not very elegant or even very efficient. In fact, they can at times increase the experience of a rupture in the connection. But what our intent is to try to restore the experience of connecting. The main point of all this is from understanding the cosmology. In Imago, we focus a lot on connecting, on helping people find ways to experience connection, to deepen their experience of connection, to savor the experience of connection, and to have ways to get back into connection when we lose that experience, when we experience a rupture. The idea of connection guides the work that we do in our own relationships and also as therapists or facilitators in our work with others. So, safety is one of the elements which is so important to having the experience of connection. We can experience connection much more easily when we are experiencing safety. And when we are in situations of danger, we often seek out to connect with others in extraordinary ways and to extraordinary degrees. We long for that connection. And so safety is an element of that, but we'll learn more about that in the next video. So to finish, I just want to end with a little poem that I wrote when I saw the most amazing photograph taken by the Hubble Space Telescope of the birth of a star system. And I wrote this: "We began as stardust, you and I. We are cosmic energy made manifest, each of us unique, yet in connection. So how can I hurt you and not hurt me?" So I hope this has helped you to understand the cosmic journey a little bit and see its importance in couple and other relationships.